90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Is that fight happening in Vegas still? Because
I'll let you guys know when it's time to let you know.
Regarding this TKO boxing thing, it did seem kind of interesting because I know that there was the Netflix upfront, and I believe there were rumors that perhaps something was going to happen there with this Canelo and Crawford event. Turkey was pretty big on making it clear that you would be the head promoter, and then he did say actually you were going to be head promoter, and they didn't have a broadcaster, and then it was actually Sella's going to promote it, and it's going to be DAZN pay-per-view, Ring Magazine, all of that stuff.
What happens when boxing's smartest fighter stands across from Mexico's top champion? You get one of the most surprising and intense moments in recent boxing history at the official press conference for Canelo Alvarez versus Terence "Bud" Crawford. It wasn't just a regular face-off, it was a moment that shook the sport and had every major media outlet rushing to cover the story.
It's their levels and their stars and superstars. Okay, and they made the championship, not the championship made them.
This wasn't your typical press conference. It was a message, a warning, and a psychological play. And the crazy part is Terence Crawford came out on top. Now, let's get into what actually happened. The event took place in Vegas with all the hype and setup of a major showdown. Like a Super Bowl for boxing fans, most people thought they'd hear the usual back and forth, some respectful trash talk, and the classic "I'm ready" lines.
Because we are true fighters.
Yeah, two fighters, but
True fighters.
true, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fighter.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah, of course.
They need to talk and talk about the fight because they want to sell something. The people know we are great fighters. They want to put a great fight.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk.
I am sure in the end in the mid of September we will have one of the greatest fight ever happen in boxing, and I am sure of it. I am sure of it.
And fists up. Terence, good. Excellent. Great. Excellent. Wonderful.
Crawford came in fired up and ready while Canelo stayed calm and composed, but then Crawford grabbed the mic and dropped a bold message that hit hard. He told Canelo, "You're in your prime, I'm in mine, but I'm smarter, stronger," and still undefeated Canelo didn't react. But everyone else felt the impact. And here's where it gets even wilder. This isn't just a boxing match anymore. It's a full-blown global event. Think Netflix meets DAZN meets UFC with Saudi backing. Even Turkey gave the green light. Dana White's in, and the money behind this fight is massive. But beyond the hype, this fight isn't just historic, it's risky.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence "Bud" Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, "Can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life." And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Canelo Alvarez is 34 years old, fresh off a strong win against William Skull, and currently holds all 4 major super middleweight titles.
He boxed a little bit too much, defensive-minded a little bit too much.
Right hand to the body there from Canelo. Ultra elusive, if you want to call it that, in Arislan Lara, right hand.
Crawford is 37 and still unbeaten, a 4-division world champion, with sharp timing and that tough Omaha mindset that hasn't faded one bit. Part Crawford is moving up 2 full weight classes for this fight. That's not just a step, it's a massive leap in the boxing world.
No, I'm saying at once. Right. I'm saying I started at 135. I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right in one jump.
Yeah, in one jump.
It's a big jump too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
It's a lot of weight.
People forget Bud Crawford began his journey at lightweight. He's worked his way up division by division, but super middleweight is Canelo's turf, and the size difference here could mean more than just weight. It could mean more power, more toughness, and more control in the ring. But if you think Bud's backing down, think again. He's coming to fight.
So every time I see him, he'll come and be like, Canelo.
You're right. Yeah, you know how Billy do it too, yeah.
So every time, I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. And I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, all right, man, maybe he on to something. You know, and then I started sizing him up, and I'm like, all right, well, Canelo 5'7", you know, my arm's longer.
Yeah.
He's strong, I'm strong.
Right.
You know, it'd be, to me, skill for skill.
Right.
You know, because Canelo not the biggest 168 fighter. So I just started looking into it, and I'm like...
Now let's talk about the press conference surprise. Most expected Crawford to stay calm, maybe even play it safe, since he's the smaller guy in this matchup. But nope, he went all in, calling out Canelo for avoiding him over the years, and even took shots at the level of Canelo's recent opponents.
Beating up big dudes all my life.
Because they underestimate your humble.
It's just, even if they didn't, I'm going to beat you up. You know, I can fight.
Right.
You know, so if you watch, like, all these dudes bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care, but I'm going to find a way to win, no matter what.
In September, are you going to pull this? I shook up the world. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Definitely. That's definitely going to be, you know what I mean, one of the moments, you know. I need the doubters to fuel me. What you think he'll do if he go up 2 more weight classes? I need that, you know, because that's gonna make me more focused and turn into a different animal. So I need the people to say, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or I'm...
Canelo didn't say much back, but his eyes said plenty, and we've seen that look before. Remember when Billy Joe Saunders tried to mess with him, or when Caleb Plant got in his face? Every time someone tried the mental game, Canelo answered with brutal body shots and knockout finishes. But Crawford is a different kind of problem. He's smarter, sharper, and meaner.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He
Billy Joe.
does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo going?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Let's not pretend Terence Crawford just showed up out of the blue for this fight. He's been calling out Canelo for years. This isn't some sudden move. Even when people said it was impossible, too small, too dangerous, not worth the risk, Crawford never backed off. He stayed focused, never held back, and never stayed quiet.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you'll whoop his ass.
Like, yes man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Masvidal.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
While Canelo was busy brushing him off, saying he had nothing to prove and would only consider the fight if the money was right, Bud was already preparing mentally, already visualizing the fight, already shadowboxing him in his head.
Bud Crawford just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights class less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
Everyone's been asking for this fight when people bring up the weight and how it might be unfair. Canelo's response has always been the same. Everybody wants to fight me, everyone's calling me out. But I've got nothing to gain fighting Crawford. He's 2 or 3 weight classes below me. But if the money's right, why not? Still, he made it clear his focus is fully on Berlanga. Right now, he's not overlooking anyone and wants to take care of that challenge first. But on the other side, Crawford has been consistent in every interview and post-fight. This isn't about chasing money for him. It's about legacy. He's moving up 2 weight classes not for fame, but to face the best. And that mindset makes him dangerous. He's coming in with full confidence, real power, and that "I told you I was built different" energy. The underdog label doesn't scare him, it motivates him.
Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happens.
Yeah.
But not everyone's sold on the Crawford hype. Boxing legend Shane Mosley recently shared his doubts, saying Crawford might have the heart, but not the size to match it. He warned that if Bud tries to trade shots with Canelo up close, it could end badly. Mosley doesn't think Crawford is built for 168, and honestly, he's got a point. Crawford looked bulked up at the press conference, but let's be real, size matters at super middleweight, and Canelo is solid and powerful at that weight. Now here's the twist. This fight isn't just about titles, it's about pound-for-pound dominance, legacy, and pride. Canelo has held that top spot for years, but if Bud Crawford pulls off the win, he becomes the greatest of this generation, no questions asked, and Crawford knows it. That's why he's putting everything on the line. The weight jump, the power gap, the doubters. He wants to be the GOAT, and he's all in.
When did it come to a point, how long ago was it for yourself when you realised that the Canelo Alvarez fight is a possibility for you?
Just you know what I mean, looking over the landscape of boxing and the opportunities and the accomplishment that Canelo had, and you know, sizing them up and things like that. I know we ain't never been in the ring before, but you know, it's a great opportunity for me in my career.
And that idea of yourself of chasing greatness, inside, how much does that excite you over that, with it all together, that idea of chasing greatness? And it's always something you've done, to do that, sort of stepping up in weights. How much is that an exciting proposition for you?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. You know, I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight in September.
He already silenced the critics at 147 when everyone thought Spence would stop him. Crawford didn't just win, he completely dominated and turned Spence into a meme. That performance put him on another level. Now he's aiming to do the same to Canelo, but at 168, and that's a whole different challenge.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because then everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
And we can't ignore the business side of this with Dana White on board. This is set to be one of the biggest boxing spectacles in years. We're talking lights, fireworks, entrances that feel like WrestleMania. And with Netflix streaming it worldwide, boxing's back in the mainstream spotlight. Add in a 3-city media tour, hitting Saudi Arabia, New York, and Vegas. This isn't just a fight, it's it's a full-scale event. And if we're being real, this is where Crawford shines. He's the underdog, the one people count out because of size, but don't forget skills win fights, and Crawford has some of the sharpest timing, deadliest counters, and slickest switch-hitting footwork in the sport. Let's talk skills, because Crawford isn't just slick, he's precise. His footwork is top tier, and he switches stances from orthodox to southpaw so smoothly you barely notice it. His ring IQ is next level. He reads opponents mid-fight like he's got built-in AI. His timing is spot on. He can counter while backing up, apply pressure when needed, or bait you with feints and fire off a laser straight left. His punches aren't just powerful, they're perfectly placed, and defensively, he's hard to catch with sharp head movement and the ability to roll with punches. Crawford's not stepping into 168 to survive. He's coming to outbox the bigger man, and he's got the tools to make it happen. Funny enough, when Canelo faced Mayweather, he was the young powerhouse with raw talent, but not enough experience. Now the roles have flipped. Crawford is stepping in with a sharp mind, calm control, and killer intent. If Canelo thinks he's just facing another puncher, he's in for a surprise. And that's exactly why the boxing world is so divided. On one side, you've got Canelo's loyal fans saying this is an easy win for the Mexican king. They point to the weight gap, the power edge, and Canelo's experience at 168, saying Crawford's too small, and this isn't 147 anymore.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
No, I mean, I've always favored Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh, and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
But then you've got the Bud believers, the diehard fans and analysts, saying Crawford is pound for pound #1 for a reason. They believe skills beat size, and that Bud's fight IQ, speed, and ability to adapt make him the real danger. This isn't just a match, it's a showdown between eras, styles, and legacies. And after that press conference, let's be real, Crawford already landed the first blow in the mental game. Some fans even believe he's been quietly bulking up and preparing for Canelo for over a year while calling him out on social media. Others think Canelo finally agreed to the fight because the pressure from Turkey and Netflix made it too big to avoid. Either way, it's locked in September 13th, Allegiant Stadium. No more waiting, no more excuses.
Who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar, being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, this is the truth again.
So now the big question is who's really more prepared? Will Canelo's size, experience, and relentless pressure be too much? Or can Crawford's speed, intelligence, and pinpoint accuracy make history? With one of the biggest upsets in modern boxing, one thing's clear after that press conference: this is way beyond hype. This is war. Let us know who you're backing in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.